Last week we looked at the amazing inspired patch 1.14 for WWS SmackDown 2, and today I would like to introduce you to WWS SmackDown Shock Value. So I don't normally show the entrances at this part, I usually go straight into the action, but I just wanted to point out the fact that there are special entrances in this patch. The Inspired patch did not have the entrances for certain characters because the modder Inspired doesn't care for entrances, which is totally reasonable. It's probably a lot of work. But with Shock Value, they actually do go for the effort of including these entrance videos and also reusing the animations from the base game as well to fit these characters, which is awesome. This is Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso in SmackDown 2 Shock Value. Now, first off, you're going to look at this and think, my god, is this actually SmackDown 2? Yes, it is actually SmackDown 2. We're playing as Seth Rollins here, although he is getting his ass kicked here by the 1D. I don't know why I said 1D, that's the move, not the team, but whatever. By the ones, I guess I should say. So the version of this that I found was from 2023, so it is a little bit out of date. But I don't know if there's been other builds since then. I saw on the Patreon page that NMCM has updated, is still updating the game. Like, this is obviously a huge project that we're going to get into shortly about how actually big the changes are to this game. But yeah, they're still making changes today, and like even the most recent Patreon post I saw was them working on Finn Balor adding in like the double stomp and stuff. So there's a lot going on here. But this is the 2023 version, so I don't know how up to date it's kept. Obviously this is the Monday Night Messiah, which is relevant at the time. And this is the Jey Uso model. I think this is his WrestleMania 39 attire, right? This is when they main evented in that tag team match against Owens and Zayn. But I mean, like, there's a complete graphic overhaul here. It's insane. Like, the whole ring textures are different. The whole stage is different because obviously we've got that kind of well, not really Thunderdome, the kind of pre-Thunderdome, a little bit after stage design there, even with like the colored ramp and stuff as well. Like, it's just insane the amount of work that's gone into this, like graphically. A whole new crowd retexture as well. Like, the crowd model is completely different. I'm assuming it's maybe devs and friends, maybe. Even outside the ring, like, there's a whole new apron texture there that even looks like a whole new apron model. I could be wrong, but I don't remember the apron in the game being so like wavy. Whole new textures on the ringside barricade, and here is Sami Zayn. No, it's not. Don't know why I thought that was Sami Zayn. Didn't that look like Sami Zayn for a minute? That is Blake Murphy, of course. He is the disciple. Don't know why I thought that was Sami Zayn. That is insane that my brain went straight to Sami. But we're in a position here to hit the... Oh, well, it's kind of a curb stomp. It was a scissors kick. Oh, we got Blake with an arm bar as well. There are certainly characters here that have new animations in as well. We saw in the Inspired patch that modders now do have the ability to add in new move animations, or rather migrate move animations from some of the older, well, some of the newer games, I guess, to this. So they're able to mod in like just bring it animations and shut your mouth animations into this game engine, which is actually pretty crazy when you think about it. The fact that they're able to take like animations from, you know, 2 games after this and put them back into the previous game is that usually, you know, these things work forwards. So I would fully understand and expect. Oh, we've got Jimmy Uso running in to save Jey here, but I'm able to get the upper hand still. Never mind. Oh, super kick from Jimmy. Absolutely no sell though. It's nice when I do. Oh, whoa. Thanks, Blake. But yeah, I mean, the whole new like ringside area, all new ring mat textures, like even got the corner posts there with the SmackDown branding on it. We have new corner posts with, new turnicle pads with the new WWE logo on there, and oh, that was a lame finisher. Well, that's probably going to be a 3 count for Jey here, as I was describing there. That just, this whole graphical overhaul, this whole modding scene for SmackDown 2 is just insane. A whole new arena even with the SmackDown ticker as well. Ignore the fact the texture's backwards on that, I don't know why. But yeah, this is crazy. I don't know whose victory animation this is as well, that's insane. Oh, we got a load screen for Seth Rollins. That's timely. Alright, so let's take you through some of the game modes that are in the game here. So we have a Road to WrestleMania, create a pay-per-view, create a superstar, create a taunt, create a stable, create a manager, rankings, belt records, options, and play. So play is what we just did. That's the general exhibition mode. They've renamed some of the modes on here already. So you've got singles mode, tag, anywhere fall, extreme rules replaces hardcore, handicap, king of the ring, Royal Rumble, survivor, blah, 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 blah. So let's have a quick look at Road to WrestleMania, which I presume replaces the career mode. I don't know how this mod changes career mode. They called it Road to WrestleMania. I'm assuming that is just a name change. I don't imagine they will have added in any new cutscenes, but I mean, I'm more than happy to be wrong. To be fair, this is a great time to look at the roster, so we aren't going to be able to go into every single character model here, but you can at least look at the completely replaced roster for shock value. Let's start A and go all the way down the list. We have AJ Styles all the way down to, we even get people like Alexa Bliss, Andrade, Garza, Dawkins, Apollo Crews makes it in. I suppose at the time he was around. We have Asuka, Corbin, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Big E, not a wrestler anymore, but at the time he certainly was. This is right about the time Rude was still with Dolph Ziggler, I presume. Braun Strowman, we got Bray Wyatt, Cedric Alexander, Cesaro. We got an early version of Gable there, Flair. Daniel Bryan still makes the cut. We got Dolph Ziggler, Gulak, McIntyre, Eric, and Ivar, Grand Metalik. They get Jeff Hardy, they get the Usos, Kairi Sane, that's NXT looking Kairi Sane as well, or at least early main roster, alongside Kalisto, Keith Lee from NXT, Kofi Kingston, Lince Dorado, we get Matt Riddle as well, Montez, Murphy, Ali, Otis, Truth, Mysterio, Ricochet. Like, this roster is pretty insane when you actually go through the list. Like, even an older version of Shane McMahon, even though he was in the base game, I'm assuming he has his own slot. They've just replaced the existing slot with the older version of McMahon. We have Sheamus here. He also has the bro kick as his finisher. So some characters, also I picked Seth Rollins and maybe that was a wrong choice, but a lot of characters here have new moves and they've had their finishers ported in as well. So very, very cool here. We've got Nakamura with the Kinshasa. We've got the Fiend Bray Wyatt, Triple H, Tucker Knight, Xavier Woods, and Zelina Vega. But genuinely, I think we need to do a run of season mode at some point. I will more than happily do a quick run now with Roman Reigns. I'll acknowledge the tribal chief. You can't see it, but my arm is going up. And we'll see what this Road to WrestleMania is all about. Of course, this is April 1st, so again, replaced splash screens with all the animations that you would expect. So this is Monday Night Raw. I think as well, they've gone through the effort of skipping the animations, maybe? Yep, so when it goes into this matte screen and it's supposed to play out through the action bars, the health bars, they've got rid of that. So here it is just, you click on the match, it skips through, it goes to the next match, and you'll get the winner predetermined straight away. One thing I do really like about the Inspired patch, at the very least, is the fact that it bypasses even this part of the animation. I mean, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but it's just that extra little quality of life improvement. Dolph Ziggler's fighting no one for the title. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, he's facing Nakamura. Well, Nakamura, even though he doesn't have a name there, he's just become the WWE champion, I guess. We also have Angelo Dawkins versus Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan having no name as well. We're going to get our first cutscene here, season mode as well. That's Angelo Dawkins. You may have won tonight, but this is not over tonight. It was an accident. You just got lucky, and that's all. So even the backstage area there, you got a glimpse of the backstage area there, completely retextured. I think we saw an Undisputed Era logo on the wall there. I don't know if they're even in this game. But that leads us into our match on this card, which is a battle royal between Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Sami Zayn. And this is the Monday Night Raw arena. You can see that we have even the apron, like the rail screens, which is insane. I can't remember what they're called. That crowd barricade with the LED boards. You can see here that even NMCM has included here the barricade screens, which is just crazy as well. One thing that I find a little bit odd, and admittedly I haven't really gone through the settings to confirm whether this is like a permanent change or not, but there is no background music. So I'm used to playing SmackDown 2 with you know, all the background music. So usually you'd have like just the music in the background, which, to be fair, I've probably edited in, so you probably won't see what I'm talking about. But that background music that you're hearing is added in editing, so there is no background music when I'm playing this, which isn't inherently bad. It makes it feel like a WWE 2K game, which, oh my god, Drew kicked me out of the air. That was insane. But yeah, I really appreciate what the modders here have been able to do. It's I don't know, like, it's a total conversion of the game, and the fact that they've implemented like the whole modern day roster, and oh, I was talking about the game audio, wasn't I? Sorry, I got completely sidetracked. Yeah, weird that there's no background music. Again, could just be me, because I'm sure there might be an option in the settings to turn up background music. We have the opportunity here to hit a finisher. Joke's on me though, because I don't actually know how to do it. Is that a running finisher? Is that how it works? Screw it. Oh, with spear. We got a KO finish there on Drew McIntyre. Now he's completely knocked out in the middle of the ring off of that spear. Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman getting a lot of damage done to them, and I'm even going to go for the pin attempt on Sami there, but he kicks out at one because that's lame. Oh, I'm getting thrown about by big Braun Strowman. In these early Battle Royale matches, you can't actually leave the ring. I think traditionally that move would actually throw you out of the ring, but because of the limitations of the match, not the limitations of the mod or the engine, it just so happens that in these early games you actually can't leave the ring during these matches. It's like going through some of the older SmackDown vs. Raw games. Oh, nice backdrop there by Sami. Yeah, going through some of those early SmackDown games, even things like submission matches, you can't leave the ring, and it's very strange choice. But I do think for a lot of people this is like the best of both worlds, right? This is the current day roster. This is like a WWE 2K situation, but it's in a game that you are maybe more familiar with, or maybe a game you more enjoy. I have broken Braun Strowman. Can I move him back to the ropes? Well, don't let that be an indication of the quality of the mod. I think these things just happen sometimes. Unfortunately, we are going to have to leave this match though, because Braun Strowman is completely stuck against the rope. I've done everything I can to try and get him off the ropes, but yeah, just happens sometimes with mods. Nothing you can do about it. Well, the game very kindly gave us the win regardless, so we have won the Battle Royale even though we glitched out, but it was nice of the game to give us the win there. Rey Mysterio getting the win against Xavier Woods, and that continues us on to the main event, triple threat between Murphy, Riddle, and Otis. And Riddle getting the win that takes us to the next episode of presumably SmackDown. One thing I'm curious about, I wonder if they've changed the pay-per-views, so instead of it being, this probably isn't Backlash necessarily, it probably is WrestleMania Backlash, and I wonder if that's what they've done for the road to WrestleMania, replace the calendar with all those special pay-per-views. In fact, we can check that shortly. Alright, so you want to get started with WWF Shock Value. All you have to do to go to Google and search WWF Shock Value, and it'll literally come up with the AI recommendation and stuff. If you go to their Twitter, which is here, NMCM SmackDown 2 Legend, so you can either go to their Patreon link, their YouTube link, or their Legends of Modding link, and you will be able to download the game from Mediafire. I have chosen here to go to the YouTube link. I'm going to look for the most recent video, which is a tutorial. In the description box down below the video, you've got a link here to Pro Wrestling Mods, which I didn't even know it was on there, and you also have the alternate link to Legends of Modding. But if you go to the Pro Wrestling Mods link and you download it from there, it will redirect you to the Mediafire link. You don't even need to log in for this file, it's just available there. Once you have access to the zip file, you will open it in whatever application you choose. I have 7-zip here. You can also open it just within Windows Explorer, but you can also use things like WinRAR and whatever. And basically all you have to do is extract this folder to wherever your games are kept. Once you've done that, you can open up the Explorer here. You can open up the directory for Shock Value, and inside you have a pre-loaded version of DuckStation. So opening up DuckStation will provide you with a user interface for DuckStation, fun enough. This version of DuckStation already comes pre-ready with BIOS files to load the game. It already comes with the ISO, which has the game it's the game on disk format, and it comes with all the mods pre-installed, and you even have the option here for memory cards, so you can I think I just actually made that by playing the game now, but yeah, that's where your memory cards will be based. That's where your save file is. There is your ISO, sorry, and there is your BIOS. So when you load up DuckStation, you may run into an issue. This is what I had, where the file structure wasn't quite correct. So when I tried to load the game, it said that I had a BIOS error. So I had to go into settings, BIOS settings, and I had to change the directory for the BIOS, which isn't that hard. You just have to go to browse and you just choose your BIOS folder, select folder, and it will automatically adjust your BIOS files here. Once you've done that, you should be able to just load shock value from here in this pre-built version of DuckStation. It has all the settings already applied. You may want to set up a controller. If you do want to set up a controller, you just go to settings and controller settings, and then you'll be able to bind your controller or buttons anyway to all the options here, and you will be able to play with any USB or Bluetooth controller that your computer can handle. And genuinely, it is that simple to get it set up. Like, this is one of the easier mods I've ever had to get set up, because everything is all pre-baked in. Like, usually when you get these mods, it's like, here's an ISO or here's some mod files. You need to load DuckStation in a certain way to get these mod files loaded. That is not the case here. You literally download the zip file from MediaFire, you unzip it, you run DuckStation, and it should all be there for you already pre-configured. So thank you for the modder for that, because it does actually make things a lot easier, and it makes it a lot more accessible for people who maybe aren't as tech savvy to get set up for these versions of SmackDown 2. Just going through the arena options here as well. So the image from here is from WWE 2K, which is pretty funny, but the arenas we have on tap here are SmackDown Live. We have obviously the Raw arena. It's interesting that there are two different versions of the arena. So the SmackDown Live one is a bit more like the Thunderdome, and the Raw one is the giant LED board that we saw just before Vince McMahon left the company. There is a pay-per-view stage, which looks like the even older stage. That looks like the 2018-19 stage, or the 2017 stage. But yeah, maybe we should have a look at that one as well. Entrance 1 and 2 are Raw and SmackDown. I'm assuming that those are the up-close stages, so when you're fighting on the stage for, like a backstage area. You also have the lobby, the second floor, the basement, the restaurant, the plaza, diner, VIP room, dressing room, locker room, parking lot, although the graphic on that is like super screwed up, and then you get random as well. So even though you've got all the backstage areas in there, they are all retextured and redesigned for the mod as well. In terms of our aprons as well, we've got a normal ring mat along with the blue variant. I haven't seen these ones yet, but there is SmackDown and Raw, alongside WrestleMania, Backlash, Judgment Day, which says Clash of Champions, King of the Ring, which says World Cup, Fully Loaded, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Unforgiven, Clash at the Castle, No Mercy is Extreme Rules, Survivor Series is Survivor Series, Armageddon is TLC, Royal Rumble, No Way Out is Hell in a Cell, and a WWE Network, which I'm guessing is some sort of generic apron. So, we're going to be doing a Royal Rumble, so let's just go for the Royal Rumble and see how it looks in the mod. So this is the Royal Rumble in an arena that I'm not really sure how a Rumble's going to work, if I'm being honest. We have Cesaro, Lince Dorado, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Drew Gulak starting at the Rumble here. The arena is the pay-per-view arena, but it's definitely a WrestleMania-inspired arena. I didn't choose that. Didn't look anything at the thumbnail either, but I do kind of like what they've done. They've adapted the existing pay-per-view arena into a kind of weird red carpet cinema event, which actually does look pretty cool. And that makes a lot of sense considering the theme for that year's WrestleMania was at the movies. It was going Hollywood. And we have Sami Zayn entering the Rumble here. He ran in through the crowd, so of course Rumbles are not designed for this arena, unfortunately. The Fiend got eliminated by Drew Gulak there, so we do unfortunately still have to wait for these pretty bad load times. Who's this? Asuka entering the fray here. She looks awesome, actually. Yeah, we seem to still have to wait for the load times here in the Royal Rumble. I can skip through it a little bit, try and get ahead, but it does mean probably skip some of the entrances as the next entrant enters the fray. This is the truth, our truth. Drew Gulak are eliminating everyone here. Eliminated Asuka and Cesaro in one fell swoop there, as R-Truth now taking the heat. We have Daniel Bryan entering the fray. I like his model actually. This is probably just before he left, right? 2023 was roughly when he left. Funny that for this entrance as well, this arena, they've not replaced the crowd. It looks like they've tried to do some work on the crowd signs, so maybe there's just looks like some glitchiness in the crowd signs. But interesting that even though in the other arenas the crowd's been replaced, but not here. This is Blake Murphy entering the Rumble. We've seen him quite a bit now already in our match earlier on. Daniel Bryan though going for the crossface. Of course, maybe the low bell lock not available in this game, but the crossface on Drew Gulak. Not able to get the elimination though. Somebody needs to get Gulak out of that ring, one, because we don't like him, and two, he is causing a bit of a problem here with a lot of the guys and gals. Oh, Murphy eliminating Daniel Bryan there. That is unfortunate for all involved. Mustafa Ali entering the Royal Rumble. This is a interesting match right here, isn't it? Blake Murphy, Drew Gulak, Mustafa Ali. We have a 205 Live reunion of sorts. We have one of the Usos, Jey Uso, entering the Royal Rumble, eliminating Mustafa Ali almost immediately as he entered. We have the big dog, Roman Reigns, entering the Royal Rumble here at number 13, I presume. I'm not really sure how the numbers work, because 4 people started this Rumble. Gulak eliminating Roman. Gulak just continuously eliminating everyone. He also seems to have a bit of a texture glitch on his legs, which is pretty distracting, to be honest. Baron Corbin is going to give Drew Gulak his end of days. But let's see if he can actually eliminate Gulak from the Rumble here. Kairi Sane with our pirate theme. He does eliminate Gulak from the Rumble. Corbin eliminating Gulak. What an upset. Keith Lee entering from NXT. This is, of course, he's the big dog now in this Rumble. We have Xavier Woods from the New Day. Now, of course, nowadays, the New Day not particularly liked on TV, but at this point in time, in 2023, the New Day was still very much loved. I think I missed it there, but Keith Lee getting eliminated. I think he was eliminated by Kairi Sane. Xavier Woods getting eliminated there by Kairi Sane, but Charlotte Flair, woo, entering the Royal Rumble. Okay, not only eliminating herself, but entering and being eliminated while your music is still playing. That is fantastic. Well, it's the Big Show. I did not realize that the Big Show was still with WWE in 2023. I would have thought he would have went to AEW by then. Oh, it's the big fella, Sheamus, entering. He's not pale enough. he's not. Like, he is pale. Oh, he's been eliminated. Never mind. Baron Corbin didn't like his skin tone, so he eliminated that still. Yeah, I'm never saying that again. Corbin eliminating Big Show. Of course, Corbin eliminating Gulak and replacing him essentially as the main eliminator person. Basically being the Iron Man here at this point. I've just noticed as well the camera pull back there and you can see the Royal Rumble apron on the bottom there. That is because I chose the Royal Rumble arena. So, Ricochet coming out to Big Show's music. That's odd. So even though you get this WrestleMania pay-per-view arena, you still get the apron and the rings. So the apron stays the same. It stays the kind of white-blue shade, but the aprons around the ring will change depending on the show that you're playing. Akira Tozawa entering the ring as Kairi Sane eliminated by Ricochet. I have no idea what Ricochet just did. He did the coolest flip ever, and we've got this armor from Becky there trying to take out Ricochet as Tozawa stares on. We have Kofi Kingston. I genuinely for a minute thought that was like Alex Shelley, and I was like, he's not on the roster list. Becky getting eliminated there by I don't know who. I totally missed what happened there. These Rumbles happen so fast. It's so hard to actually pinpoint what's going on. But again, we have a little bit of a Cruiserweight Classic going on here. The other half of the Usos, Jimmy Uso, entering the Royal Rumble here with a Samoan drop, no less. Kofi Kingston getting eliminated by Akira Tozawa. I'd say that's an embarrassment, but Tozawa is actually a legit badass. He's not been portrayed well recently in the WWE, but he is a legitimate badass. This is Otis. I didn't even recognize him, but that apparently is Otis. He's been eliminated already by Ricochet. Barely even looked like Otis, to be fair. And maybe an older version of Otis, but I just didn't recognize the hair. He did look a lot like Tucker there, more than Otis. Also, what a freeze frame with Ricochet kicking Jimmy in the face there. This is the other half. This is Tucker Knight entering right after Otis. He's going for revenge as Jimmy hits Ricochet with the super kick. I don't think Ricochet is going to be in this Rumble much longer. That is Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Moné, eliminating Jimmy Uso. She did that for her tag team partner Naomi. No particular reason why. Sasha Banks also going for her finisher. I don't know what her finisher is. Oh, it's the bank statement, right? She also does a crossface situation. Eric arriving and leaving the Rumble in almost record time there. His music's still playing, but got eliminated by, I think it was Ricochet there. Also, Ricochet eliminating Tucker Knight and Mercedes, Sasha eliminating Ricochet. Crazy. We have the Monday Night Messiah entering at number 30. He is the final entrant in this Rumble, so it's either down to Sasha Banks or the Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins. Now what I want to know is, I want to know what Seth Rollins' tattoo says on his back. Quite often, tattoos that have Chinese calligraphy or something, they tend to be incorrect, so I'm curious if his is like just wrong. Sasha and Seth going for a classic here at the end of this match, but Sasha eliminating Seth like it was nothing. And Sasha doing the Scotty 2 Hottie and the Grandmaster Sexy. She's dancing her way to WrestleMania by winning this Royal Rumble. And that's going to be us for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, and clicking the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you guys are interested, I've also opened up a Discord and Patreon. Now, I know what people are thinking, it's all about the money. It's not. Discord is a community-based app, so we can chat outside of, video. We can chat and we can share ideas, discuss debates about current ongoings, or talk about old wrestling games. And Patreon is just another avenue to get my videos. I'll be putting some behind-the-scenes stuff there, and just a little bit of maybe some exclusive stuff, but probably not too often just now anyway. But obviously Patreon gives you the opportunity to support even if you want to, but I've kept the prices low because as much as I appreciate the support, I just want to get the videos out there. So yeah, if you are interested in joining on Discord or supporting through Patreon, the links are down in the description down below. And if you want to download Shock Value and play it for yourself, the link is also in the description down below and the pinned comment down below as well, so get on it. Modding is extremely hard. It takes up a lot of time, and there's a lot of research involved, and it's a huge community effort. So if you can support the modder in any way, that would be a great help for them. As much as I appreciate the support, you should really go support them, because without them, this video would not exist, because the mod wouldn't exist, and really they are the heroes here. So with that being said, that's going to be us for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.